this kicked off. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Give us a big wave or throw a five in the chat if you're not on camera. Grateful to have you guys here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Champions Academy. If you're new, welcome, by the way. If you're within your first month, put a one in the comments. Like, we'd love to recognize you and just welcome to the family. Really, this business, what we all do this for, is for you. We're always looking for the next newer teammates. Gail, congratulations. Awesome. Love that. So if you're brand new or newer, just know you're in business for yourself, not by yourself. And welcome to this community where a whole bunch of you found your crazy people. Has anyone ever felt like you're one of the black sheep sometimes in the world? Like some people, they're like, man, why do you think this way? Why are you're kind of weird. You're like, stop thinking so big, like all these things. Well, welcome. You found that here. And today we're going to have a great time because I have two amazing people that we're going to be able to glean from. We have Miss Kelly Smith. Hey, Kelly, how are you? And Miss Shauna Carroll. Kelly,
Yes.
what's on your mind today? What's on your heart?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I always love your calls. I love getting together with the family. It kicks off my day. So whether it's the IPA or this Saturday call, I'm here for it.
Thank you for always being here for it. Shauna, how about you? Looking beautiful and you look like you're Punta Cana ready or something.
Well, I just said to a couple of my friends, I said, I am going to get back into the gym to get ready for that trip. And I do it actually on my lunch breaks because of the little one being a single mom, I have to make time for it. And that's when so I'm going to be all in the gym until we get to vacation time.
Wow. Wow. No excuses. By the way, you guys are all, if you're newer here, one of the big things we love about Partner, because we have three pillars, right? We're talking about building a body that you love, a business that thrives, and a lifestyle that inspires. Who here wants all three of those, right? I mean, these two here are literal depictions of that. And that's as you continue to plug in, you're going to become like that. But both of you have qualified for Punta Cana, actually. So congrats. So Kelly Smith with there's a corporate one. And then Sean and Carol, we have the Champions Retreat that's going on. I think you were the first to qualify. So huge, huge congratulations. And by the way, big plug here. Every single one of you, I want to encourage you. We are doing a trip. In fact, I'm speaking with Katie Holt Larson, our president, today, because she knows what we're doing. And she's like, hey, I want to hear what's going on. So I'm going to talk to her about you guys specifically. So if you haven't heard about this yet, we are giving you an opportunity to come party with us, to have a lot of fun, to rub shoulders, to just really be able to experience life. And many people turning into a family vacation. I know you're one of your girls, Kelly and Shauna, Gina. She's like extended it. She's bringing her whole family. Like, that's what it's all about. So we want to encourage every single one of you to opt in. If you already opted in for this, by the way, put a two in the comments below. We have over 100 people that are saying, I'm in the mix. Many have qualified. Like, look at all those. And I'd encourage, if that stirs your heart at all, trust, and you're like, I don't know if I could do it. Everyone here can do it. We've made it where everyone can absolutely do this. So just go onto this website, you click on this opt-in form, and you're going to get added to the mix and just jump into that and everything, So that's going to be a lot of fun. So, but to do that, we need to talk about how do you do that, right? We have a system here. You launch with your pinned post on Facebook. You have a 7-day social media launch. You have 2 posts a day. You have the engagement sandwich. These things, if you haven't done that yet, talk to your mentor, talk to your coach, get launched. I know Kelly and Shauna, you guys are so big on this specifically. But there is one key skill that if you want to take this business from just selling some drops, which is fantastic, right? By the way, who here has already sold some drops already, right? Give us a wave or put a me in the comments below. Like I'm telling you, just plug in, you will sell drops. Like it's just there's no one that doesn't. Like it works. The system works. But there gets a point where you start selling and you continue to sell. And then you're like, okay, how do I take this to more? How are you like a Shauna Carroll? Shauna, a little bit about your background. So you're a single mama, you're a super mama. Tell us, what else do you do outside of PartnerCo?
I work with fire rescue. I am a secretary for one of the assistant fire chiefs.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So what does a day look like for Shauna Carroll typically?
Nonstop. I, get up, get my daughter ready, get us ready for the day, go to work all day, come home and do, the dinner, the dishes, the homework, and the bath time, the story time, and then bedtime.
Oh my
That's my day.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. You're a busy mama, and yet you're an officer in this company. Officer, by the way, we have a cool blueprint that we've put together. And as you follow this is what the system is all about. These titles, they come with income, right? So when it comes to this blueprint, officer is not bad. Like officer is a great place to be at a $6,000+ month. That's what the top 5% make. And Shauna, you've on our mastermind, you've mentioned like what have been some of your best weeks income wise in your PartnerCo business?
A little over $1,500 a week.
Wow. Guys who here would love a piece of that, not too shabby. And you've been building your PartnerCo business with the system for how long now? What do you say?
Well, I've been with Partner Co since last March.
Happy
And
anniversary.
thank you. I do want to let everybody know though, it started out really slow. And I know a lot of people get very discouraged and discouraged and are like, nothing's happening, nobody's buying from me. It didn't happen like that for me either. You just have to keep on doing what you're doing. You just have to keep on following the tracker, keep on following the system, and it will get there. People are watching you. People out of the blue always reach out to me and they're like, "Hey, can you tell me about the drops?" They've been on my Facebook for years. And people will that you haven't even talked to since kindergarten will reach out to you. It's crazy. And I actually had one of the guys that I work with, that is, I have a lot of my guys on Facebook. And he goes, "Hey, can you come to my office when you got a chance?" This was on Thursday. I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Went to his office. He's like, "Can you tell me about those drops?" So I'm like, "Well, at least I'm not in trouble."
Come on. My gosh.
So people are watching, even the people you think are not watching, they are watching. It doesn't happen overnight. You just have to keep on doing what you are supposed to do by following the tracker, following the system, and eventually you people are just going to start coming and asking, and more people and then more people, and then your system is just built and your team is just built like that. Just keep on doing it. Don't give up. And where I am now, a year later, I am just like, my mind is blown away. So, yes.
And now you're down how many pounds too, by the way?
94. I'm still sitting at that 94, but it's so crazy because now I took a picture actually this morning. I posted it because since I started taking the advantage, my waist, I'm like going, y'all have to look at my picture I posted. My waist, I'm like, wow, what? Where did this come from? It's crazy.
Wow, man. Anyone
Yeah,
take your advantage today yet? I got mine and I got my drops. I want to be the next Shada Carroll. So congratulations, Shada.
thank you.
Amazing. So Shauna's going to teach us some cool things today about converting customers into partners. Because the only way to get to Officer Plus is you're scaling a team. You're getting people that are not just a glorified customer, which are amazing. We love them, but people that want to share as well too. I know. Kelly Smith, for those of us who don't know, a brief background about who is Kelly.
Oh gosh, it's so cool watching Shauna like 15 years ago. I just have to say this. Hopefully it's okay, Shauna. 15 years ago, Shauna was going through a very bad divorce. And I was a single mom with 4 kids. We literally were so poor and so broke and miserable. We lived together in a 2 bedroom, maybe 3 bedroom apartment with 7 children. Just so you know, a little background, we were single moms on food stamps, on welfare, didn't have 2 pennies to rub together, like life was not what it looks like right now. So just to let you guys know, there's a testimony in this test that we went through, but so it means so much to me. Like, and people like, I know you're excited about Shauna, blah, 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 but like, it's way more than like just the business for me. I've watched her transform her body, her life, like just everything. So it's extra sweet to me to know where you both came from and then where we are today. So I just had to tell you that's that.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that detail too, but we need to dive into that very soon as well too. How incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like we both say this all the time because we know anyone can do this and anyone can change their life if they want to. It's the want that starts number one. You have to want to, and then you have to get into action. And something that Shauna and I talk about on the regular is we both wanted to change our lives, and we both never let adversity stop us from doing it. We never listen to other people say, y'all will never be different. Y'all will never have this. Y'all will never have that. We're very strong-willed people, and we're testimony that, if you want it bad enough, you'll change your life. So I just had to plug that a little bit. So I am a mom of 5 now. I live in Florida. I have 8 grandchildren. I am a stay-at-home mama, so I'm blessed to be able to stay home with my youngest, who is 15, and I do this full-time. So I know that's different for some people. I have full-time hours to do this business in, which I feel so blessed to be able to do that. And I love it. I've been in the industry for 13 years and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Come on. Come on, guys, you guys are in rich soul today. Some of us, that's all we needed to hear today. And you're good with Academy, right? Who here needed to hear what Kelly just shared, by the way? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. Kelly Smith is now a senior officer in this company. She's optimized 2 of her lines. She's at the bottom of this blueprint and she's doing so much more so too. So amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. So I wanted to pull these 2 up because when you're opted in for the Punta Cana trip, we have a mastermind that we do weekly. So on this week's mastermind, we were picking the brains of Kelly and Shauna, and they started talking about some of their key things that they do to convert customers into partners that do something, right? Like there's key differences there. And as they were talking, like everyone on the line, including myself, my hand just cramping because I just couldn't take enough notes. And I'm like, we need more of this because I know that's a very big challenge for a lot of people. Once you start posting, they start selling the drops. Like, what do I do next? How does this scale and turn from just a side gig of selling stuff to a scalable business that's duplicating and helping even someone like Shauna with her busy schedule to actually produce something substantial, right? So I want to pull them, and I thank you for a part 2 of this as well too. Shauna, I'm going to go with Kelly first, if you don't mind, because she has a hard stop, and then we'll have Shauna later on as well too. So Kelly, walk us through this. You get a customer. And your team gets a customer. What are some of the key things that we do with the customer to then encourage them to the next step to become a brand partner?
Okay, so our team, we are all about duplication. That's what works, right? So we have the same system. We all utilize it. We're all in sync and we're all in a very specific rhythm. So that's number one. And we're all committed to doing that. So I think that's the commitment you do is you commit to the system and you commit to the rhythm. So we duplicate the same thing. So there's no question for people who are with me, what do I do? Because we all are doing the same things. And so it's not like Shauna and Gina are doing something and Shanna and Tammy are doing something different. This goes for everybody that's on my team. Okay. We are very brand partner driven. So the reason why is because we want people to have, number one, the best success, and we want them to save the most money. So common sense would say if we want them to have the most success, they're going to commit to 90 days. Okay. So even if they don't have brand partner in their mind, the consistency of using the products says brand partner, just for saving money purposes. So when I say we're brand partner driven, that's why we want them to stay on the products for 90 days and we want them to save the most money. And so right off the gate, we're telling people that we're asking the right questions. We're letting them know, hey, if you want to change your body, Shauna's great at asking questions. And so everybody's learned to ask the right questions. Like, do you want to lose weight? Is that your goal? How long do you think it's going to take you to lose that weight? Are you ready to be consistent? Because I think when you ask people that, it actually makes them think about it. am I ready to commit and am I ready to be consistent? So that's number one of the things we ask potential customers is if they're committed and are they ready to be consistent? And in our opinion, to have the best success, you're going to need 90 days. So we love to give realistic expectations right out of the gate. That way there's no confusion. People aren't like, well, it didn't work for me. And we say, well, you said that you wanted to commit to 90 days. You're 2 weeks in, right? So that's like, it just helps throughout the conversation and follow up to give them those realistic expectations right out of the front. Okay. So I think that's key. And two, we say we want to save you the most money, right? We want to give you the most bang for your buck. And this is what we have that will save you the most money. And so it's not like we're really saying, hey, do you want to work the business? We're not saying that right off the jump. We're not presenting it that way because we're talking to a customer, right? They want to be a customer. We're helping them see that they should be a brand partner because they're going to be consistent with the products and it's going to save them money. That way they're not like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do the business. Because how many times did you probably say you weren't going to do the business? I did too. So like most of us, I would say 95% of people are like, yeah, I'm not ever going to do the business. So I don't want to hear about that side. But naturally they progress into it. Or if you do it this way and you present being consistent for 90 days and saving the most money, it makes sense to pay the $30 and become a brand partner.
Got it. Okay. So to break this down a little bit, remember, so as a retail customer, we're just going to use US dollars now. So for a box of drops, it's $176 before tax and shipping. Okay. When you partner with the company with a $30 membership, and by the way, all this scripting, it's in the boards already. So, but we're just breaking this down so you understand the psychology behind it. When you partner with the company for a $30 membership, you get wholesale pricing and a 4-pack of drops is $371 US. Divide by 4, that's like $93 per box of drops. So $176 and $93 is 50% savings. Who here likes saving 50%? Who here, I'm going to throw myself in. Who here has purposely bought something before just because it was 50% off?
That's me. I love a sale.
Yeah.
And most people do. Most people like if you tell them that, like literally, if we have that simple conversation and like James says, there's a breakdown of this exact verbiage in the boards. So it's not like you have to be like, oh, what was that she said? Or like, I don't know how to present that. Literally all of this is going to be in the boards. But the key for our team is that we're utilizing it. Right. So we're starting with that system because it works. Now, that's not to say every single one of our customers joins with the 4-pack or becomes a brand partner, but we are leading with that. That's our duplication. That's our system. So then if the pushback is no, I don't want to, then we have, scripts that will move into, okay, then let's get you started on the drops and advantage. Right. So we're not giving up on them if they don't say we're going to become a brand partner, but we're leading with that. And I think that's why our team is getting so many conversions right away.
That makes sense. And just think, guys, if your minimum standard is 4 sets of drops versus 1 set of drops, you triple this volume. You're also, more important for the customer, the reality is it is a 90-day plus thing, right? Put 90 in the comments if you're still with me. I think it's such an important expectation. And that will set people up for success because anything long-term to get amazing results. Shauna Carroll did not lose 94 pounds in 30 days, right? It's been a year-long journey. So it takes time. Same with Kelly Smith, same with all of us, right? So if we're upfront and we're transparent like that, people appreciate that. And they're like, yeah, why not? So, and then you're going to see how that works. So let me ask you this, Kelly, then. How much percent, if you were to guess, for you, end up when you lead with the drops, they come in and then you're basically converting them up front to become a brand partner. That's like your standard there. Yep. How many percent of prospects do you think become partners with at least a 4-pack versus just a customer?
A lot do. Yeah. I would say we have a very high ratio of brand partners versus customers. We do have a lot of customers, but our conversion rate is really high. Yeah. Because and I think it's simply because we're leading with that. And I think it's just a simple mindset shift. I didn't start this way. So, right. Yeah. So when I very first started, and just so you know, just for a background, when I got started, I guess it was right at a year, technically, that I was a customer. I think at the very beginning of March I
Happy
think there are
anniversary
people,
too.
yeah, I know. So I was a customer first. I used the products, and I did not have success in 90 days. So we have so many stories where women, we're all in our 40s, almost pushing 50, that did not have the immediate, like some of y'all, like these aha moments. And so we do lead with those stories as well, because there's so many of us that it did take 90 plus days. But after that 90 plus days, we have a pretty awesome testimony of the product. So when people see, okay, it wasn't just one or two, there's like 4 or 5 ladies that took 90 days, but now look at their, I have a very big transformation. Like if you see my transformation, I had so much inflammation. It looks like I lost like 50 pounds. It wasn't, but it looks like it. Shauna's lost 94 pounds. I mean, Gina, her body transformation is very different. So when you can capitalize on those stories, especially in the beginning, when you're giving people those realistic expectations and say, look at my friends. Like my friends said yes, they committed, but they stayed true to that 90 days. And man, that light flip, it flipped, and look at the results they've had. So when you're telling people, give them those stories so they see you're not just trying to say, oh, we want you to buy this, big 4-pack. It's not that. It's we're genuinely wanting people to commit, number one, to the 90 days, because we know that's what works. And two, we want to save them the most money.
That's a huge thing, right? And guys, borrow Shauna's story, borrow Kelly's story. It's so important because, and I think it's such an important paradigm shift, because the reality is a lot of people, they do get pretty quick success on the drops, but it's also it's not everyone. So right. I think if we set the expectation for everyone, like, hey, not everyone's going to be like that. But if you commit for 90 days, look at what happened with the Shauna, Kelly, and so many others as well, too.
Yeah.
That really sets people up where they're going to be in it for the long run. They're consistent. The returns are very, very low, and they get it, right? So I love that. And that honestly works. So what do you do, Kelly, then, on the off chance that there is just a customer? Like, what happens there?
Yeah. So something that we do, and my girls are just really good at this, because we do it with each other. So we're all about connection. We feel like the community is almost number one. Like the products are the easy part because they work and they're fantastic and we love them. But like, if you can get someone engulfed in this community, they're going to stay, right? So the connection part is key for us. So even with customers, so Shauna has a customer. She's going to start a text thread with us, me and her and the customer, or the brand partner. Maybe it's on Facebook chat, text. We text a lot because we text a lot normally. So she'll just add someone in a text chat and say, hey, this is my friend Kelly. This is my friend Sarah. She's just getting started on the drops. I wanted to connect you because I work full time. So if you have any questions, Sarah, this is Kelly and she can help you through the day. There's an introduction of, even if it's just a customer, you'll have to think, okay, if you can think past the very beginning of people's journeys, what might it be? Okay. So what if Sarah has phenomenal results on the product and in her first 30 days, she's connected with the community? Do you think she's going to be more apt to join as a brand partner if she wasn't connected to the community? Of course. She's going to say, man, I really appreciate Shauna caring enough about my results to connect me with Kelly. So if I had questions, and then I may just send her a text, hey, how are you doing? What's your favorite benefit so far? So I'm keeping that connection because I know Shauna works. Gina's at home. Shanna's at home. Shanna's another gal on my team and she's a trainer. So she has the time to check in, but she does this all the time. Why? Because she wants to introduce her people to the community. So it's just been such a gift and such a great tool for us. And it pulls people in and it makes it sticky. I say that a lot. Like, we want a sticky community. We want people to stick. We want to build relationships. We want them to feel supported, and we want them to know we genuinely care. And that's how you create stickiness.
So good. Who here has not introduced as many of your customers and partners to a third party enough yet, right? Like, just do that. And by the way, action step today, if you haven't done that, you can do that now, right? It's like, hey,
it's never too late. That's the key. And I don't know about you, but like, have you ever, before PartnerCo, think about this. Have you ever like bought something from someone in network marketing and you never heard from them again? Like, anybody ever experienced that? And you're like, well, geez, I don't even know how to use this stuff she just sold me, right? That doesn't feel good. Okay. So I always tell people, like, customer service and this is what I mean by customer service, like just caring, introducing people to the community. That's what keeps lifelong customers, and that's what converts into brand partners because they actually see that you care. You're following up, making sure they have the best success. You've set them up from the get-go to have the best success in the conversations, asking the right questions, making sure they know it's going to take 90 days or more. You wanted to save them money. You weren't just making that retail sale and say, see you later, right? All of those things seem very small, but they're not. They're absolutely key in the longevity of your business. And customers are the bread and butter of your business. And converting them to brand partners is how you become officer, senior officer, president, and more.
So big. All right. And by the way, you can introduce anyone in a three-way as long as a third party, just not yourself. Profits not preaching their own land. Upline, crossline, partner, it doesn't matter. You guys just figure out who that is that you want to do that with. Do a one-on-one like that, you know? So, okay.
That's a big question there. Somebody said, which I didn't read the comment. I can't see that.
Do you get everyone into a group thread too with everyone else? So you're doing private.
Like no, these are right. So I have my inbox and my text messages are crazy, but so don't take my example. But yeah, no, I like private messages. I like Shauna to keep me with her people. I like Shanna to keep me with her people, only because I think it's more intimate. I personally wouldn't like to be thrown into a group chat with 40 people. I wouldn't feel comfortable asking questions. I don't want to tell I have gas or my stomach's bloated to Katie if I don't know her, you know what I mean? Or if Eric's in there, I'm like, oh, I'm not saying anything. So just think about how you would feel. Like I joke about this all the time and I tell the girls, this is be you, just be normal, and your customers and your people will be normal. If you're weird, they're weird, and then it's weird. So if you can just be as normal as possible and put, hey, this is my friend Kelly, never say, hey, this is my upline or my sponsor. Those things weird people out. But if you can just be yourself and keep things so naturally, like Shauna's just so good. Hey, I work full time. This is my friend Kelly. I wanted to make sure if you have questions, she can answer them. That's a non-threatening conversation, right? Someone's not going to be like, oh, this is weird. I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. So I just keep it really normal and genuine to yourself. I personally wouldn't throw people in a group chat, but if you have one and that works for you, do what works for you.
There we go. Powerful. I know you have to head out. Last quick thing. Who here would love it if your customer, your prospect, anyone was in front of a Kelly Smith, who you believe that they would be fired up? And they'd be like, man, I just want that to ooze off on my people, right? So we've already agreed upon this. And thank you, Kelly, Shauna. We, this Thursday, are going to do a special drop talk focused on converting people, focused on getting people to become brand partners, just like what Kelly said. We also have Tim Edwards. He's launched. He's a legend. He's done amazing things. And he's also, he's an older male. So you can bring dudes onto this, all right? So it's going to be good. And every single guest, we're going to do a live free box of drops drawing on that actual webinar as well, too. So we'll post this in all the prospect groups. But Kelly, thank you for that willingness there as well, too. Any notes on this or last notes for any of us?
You guys you're already doing the do. You're on a Zoom on a Saturday morning. So congratulations. I love people that invest in themselves and their business. It's important. We could have every excuse in the world. I'm about to leave to go do a cheer bucket drop. I could have said, no, James, I got things to do, but I love showing up because if I show up, my team shows up. So just know when you're showing up, it's not just for you, it's for everybody in your organization. It just shows that you're consistent and committed. So that's important. And two, I think if anything, just remember, treat people like you would want to be treated in the same situation. If you're overweight and you're miserable and you're reaching out to someone, how do you want to make it? How would you like to be, feel, or what would you like to be, talk to? Do that, right? Do that to the prospect. And if you keep it simple and make sure you give them realistic expectations, like the 90 days, if you save them the most money, it's 9 times out of 10 gonna be a yes. You just have to ask the right questions and share that with them so they can say yes to it.
Love it. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Drop. Absolutely. Guys, right. Kelly,
Bye-bye.
Lots of love. How incredible. So many gold nuggets, right? And by the way, remember, all replays of these trainings are on the Champions Network YouTube. So we have this plus all of our other academies and all of our cool things as well too. Sean, I'll bring you up in just a little bit, but a couple of notes on this, okay? So what are some takeaways there? Are you connecting your customers and your partners into three-way chats, right? Are you leading with those questions? Like, how much weight do you want to lose? How long do you think that's going to take? Are you committed? Are you down to be consistent? And then offering that strategy for a 4-pack of drops to become a partner and then to be able to save 50%, right? These little details and having that expectancy are so big. But also, what do we do with the customer? You heard what Kelly does. I know what they do is, well, how much do we actually have to follow up with the customer? As long as you check in like once a week or so. Here's the key tip. And this is all within the boards, by the way. There's a follow-up system in there as well too. You just see what Kelly said is they're applying it very, very well. So every week you check in. Hey, tell me the good news. Hey, what are the wins? You have a positive expectancy. The moment that they have a win as a customer, here's an opportunity where you can now do the conversion. And you can tell them, hey, I know you're going to need more of these to hit your goals. There's a way you can actually save more money and even get your drops paid for. Let me send you a quick video or explain how that works. That key conversion step is going to be big. Think, if they like the drops, they're going to want more of it. Who here wouldn't want to save money on the things that you already love, right? Now, how do you convert? And whether it is you're getting in conversation like a Kelly or a Shauna, also Cindy McKnight made an incredible video that encouraged you. It's in all the boards as well too. I'm going to play it for us. So whether you want to use the tool or at least you understand the verbiage, like the message is the same thing as well. All right, so I'm going to play this quick couple-minute video and then we'll have Shauna right after that. Take some notes on this. I'm curious, has anyone here not seen this video before? If not, yeah, put a 1 in the comments. You're like, I'm not sure if I know exactly what this is. If so, then this is going to be an awesome one. All right. So you've used it. Awesome. So let's play through this real quick.
Welcome to the Partner Co experience. Never before has there been a better way to increase your health, wellness, and your pocketbook. The wellness industry is a multi-trillion-dollar space. And because your friend shared this with you, you have the ability to take advantage of it in a couple of different ways. My name is Cindy McKnight, and it's nice to meet you. I'm first going to show you how you can save big when purchasing your nutritional products. Take, for instance, Slenderize, our body balancing skinny drops. They retail for $200 online. This is a natural solution that many people are spending double, triple, and even quadruple that price in a medicinal form. But here at Partner Co, you can pay $29.95 one time, and forevermore, you get access to wholesale pricing. That means that instead of spending $200, you get them for $123. And if you purchase a 4-pack, you get them as low as $92.50 per box. That's a massive savings. If you're committed to your health, then shopping smarter makes sense. And that's why so many people are grabbing the 4-pack and starting today. But let me show you the best part. We have a proven system with done-for-you content that would allow you to share these effortlessly. And when you do, the money that you make from selling 3 out of your 4-pack pays for the entire pack, making yours free. And that's why we call it our 3 and Free program. It's not about getting you into something. It's about partnering with you to help you gain a body that you love and possibly a business that thrives and a lifestyle that inspires. Many people have decided to take this even further and are earning 5-star incentive trips around the world simply by just following our 6-figure blueprint. And if you choose to, you can too. The potential is limitless. And it all starts with you and your success. So partner with us for $29.95 and take your first step and start saving and earning today. It just makes sense.
Boom. Powerful, right? So super simple to have. If you haven't seen that yet or used that, like that's a really key one to use. They're all over the place. It's in your boards and everything. You can grab it. I have it on this YouTube as well if you need that. But check your boards. There's certain systems and scriptings that you probably have in there. But I use that, right? Like you see that. What are you going to think? You're like, okay, I'm going to get a 4-pack. I'm going to save money. Oh, I can get mine paid for. How does that work? Right. So whether you use the video or you explain it, all fantastic like that. All right. So yeah. And if you're in other countries, then just know, just convert it on the back end in terms of currency. You know, unfortunately, we're in 50 countries, right? So it's kind of hard to get into so many different currencies, but in the future, I'm sure there's going to be those types of things that we can do as well too. So Miss Shauna Carroll, what's going on, sister? How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, you're going to say something. Go for it first.
I was just going to say, I just love that whole 4-pack thing because I feel like it works because we want to bring people in on the 90-day system. And when you use that verbiage of the 90 days, like for instance, myself, I did not start losing weight. That scale did not even move for the first 90 days. And so actually with my own story, and you all can use it too, my story, and tell people, you know, this girl, it took her 90 days. She didn't even see the scale budge. But after that, a year later, I'm down almost 100 pounds. But with this 90-day system of the 4-pack, you're saving money at the same time. So those are key words. That is just like, what we are wanting to do is help people save money and use that 90-day system too. So I love that.
So big. My gosh. Donna said she shared that video, by the way, 3 people today. 1 already purchased the 4-pack. Congratulations. Shauna, have you done other network marketing companies in the past?
I've never done this in my life.
Come on. This is great. This is purest of the pure. And that's why I love it. So super powerful. What I want to ask you, Shauna, because we went through, you know, what you guys do with actually, you know, putting the 4-pack up front, some of the key questions you're asking, getting them positioned for the 90 days. But the next step is this, and I know a lot of people, myself included, get stuck. We now have people that have a 4-pack. They got the discount. They're a brand partner. And we're now sitting there and we're praying and we're like, all right, they're going to do something, right? They're going to make a post, right? And we're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And many times we're like, I don't know, it feels like you're just kind of pushing something and it's not really working. So what are you doing? Well, first, out of the brand partners that you enroll, how many percentage of them do you think actually share the product in any capacity?
I feel like maybe around 60% of my girls that are under me are actually they're trying to work the system and do what they can. And I feel like the girls that come in and the guys, I don't have any guys under me. That's why I say girls. So the guys that or the girls that come in on fire and they want to do it, the ones that you don't have to chase and ask are the ones that want to do it. And those are the ones that come in on fire. Like, for instance, Gina number 1. I have 2 Ginas now.
Ah, nice.
And yes, so Gina number 1, she came in on fire and wanted to do it. And then Gina number 2, she reached out to me and she is like, what can I do? I want to do this. So, and then there's another girl, Sherry. She is so funny and she is a realtor. So she works with a lot of people and she's like the extra money. She's been losing weight. And so she every day she's like, I'm 2 pounds down. This stuff really works. I'm like, post it then, you know? And you have to be excited, you know, be excited with these with your people, with your team. Just be like, hey, you know, we are doing this. Look at your accomplishments. Look at Gina's accomplishments and be excited with your team and let them know that they are doing it whether they're sitting still, not doing anything, it's going to happen. Mine did not happen overnight. Just let them know, it's going to happen.
So key. So 60%. So that's a standard. Like I'm taking note on that. So question to everyone I would be thinking is this: are 60%, 6 out of 10 of my partners sharing the product? If not, I have to learn, right? And I'll be honest, for me, I'm not at 60%. So I'm like, give me all the secrets here. So to walk me through this. So you have this conversation up front. People are, let's say I'm the person, right? I'm getting started. I want to lose 25 pounds. I'm sold on the 4-pack. I'm a customer minded person. And I'm like, all right, I'm in, I got the discount. What are you doing with me next to nudge me into that opportunity of potentially sharing and even looking at this like as a business?
Well, I ask people questions like, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to make an extra $200, $500, $1,500 a week or a month even? And when people ask me, well, how much are you making? I think it really piques their interest in what they can potentially do with this. But I tell people you have to put in the work into this. If you want to get to where I am or Kelly is, you have to actually do what the system says. You can't just sit back and expect the system to work for you. You have to do your post every day. You have to do your follow-ups every day. You have to put in that work. Another thing that I just started.
Can I pause you real quick
yeah,
here? So
absolutely.
Okay. So walk me in the timeline. So you have your customer conversation first. You're asking them how much you want to lose. Are you committed? Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm sold. I
Yeah.
think at that point, right? When do you have this money conversation, or how does that, is that in the prospecting phase? Is that after they're started, or does it depend, or how does that work?
Well, a lot of people ask me, how much are you making? Are you even making any money? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I do share with them what I am making. It did not happen overnight. It did not happen overnight at all. When I first started, I was actually just making ends meet with my one job. I just purchased a vehicle. I just went from a 2-person household income to a 1 household income. And I was just like, what am I going to do? And then I was like, all right, I'm going to give this Partner Co thing a try. I'm going to see what it does. And every month, God just like blessed me, paid my, it made my payment and on my vehicle. And then, little by little, my check has been going up, my customers, my brand partners, and it's just been a blessing. So I share with people what, I'm making now. And it did take me about 3 to 4 months before I actually started seeing anything in my checks. So you just have to continue, even though it feels like nothing's happening. Just keep on doing what you're doing because it's going to happen. Don't give up.
This is so gold. So it sounds like there's beauty. There's a miracle of 90 days, guys. Did you guys catch that? Both on the wellness side for expectations, and then also on the business side for expectations. Of course, people profit and they'll make money. And there's a lot of amazing stories. People make money fast. But 90 days is an expectation for a partner to really see significant shifts. I love that because that is true. I think about when I got started in business, it took me 90 days to somewhat figure out something to do. It's like that's the reality of anything new. So I like that a lot, but you also make sure that you enforce 90 days of doing the right thing, right? 90 days of following the systems and the tracker. You're like, I'm just doing the do. That needs to be linked and verbalized, and that will guarantee success. I don't know anyone that does this for 90 days committed that does not have pretty cool results. So love it. Okay, perfect. So you're having this conversation. It's that key upfront conversation. You know where I'm at. You've told me what I need to do. And I guess at that point, I'm locked in. I'm like, okay, you told me what I need to do. I have the expectation, and I just start going. Is that kind of how it works?
Yes, and I'm here for them if they have any questions along with Kelly. We work as a team all the way. We don't just, Kelly just isn't like, okay, well, you have your brand partner there,
Mm.
you're on your own. She's not like that at all. If I cannot help any of my people when I'm at
Mhm.
work or doing whatever I can, we work so closely together, and she is right on it answering questions. And it's all about teamwork and
Mm.
answering the questions and helping our team together.
So big. Yeah. Because guys, you might be thinking, well, I don't have a Shauna Carroll store or Kelly Smith store. Everyone knows somebody. You can either use their store, borrow it, or definitely, especially in the business, it's wise to connect, right? The relationships, the bonds, the community piece is a very, very big thing to have. Okay. Let me ask this question, Shauna. So let's say I don't ask you how much money you make. So I'm just using the product and that conversation never comes up. Do you just wait and you're kind of like, it's going to come up at some time? Are there things you prompt on that business, financial question, or like, what do you do in those scenarios?
Oh, no, I don't wait for it to come up. I let them know. If I do ask the question, are you looking to make some extra money? Have you ever
Mm,
been in this kind of a business? And I tell them, I'm like, I've never done this before, and I'm blown away at what you can make with this kind of
mm,
business. And I've always worked the 9 to 5 jobs, the waitressing jobs, and all that other stuff. I've never
mm,
worked this kind of business. And I tell people, I'm like, if you have not tried this kind of business, I am like floored and in awe of what you can do making money with this. So, can I share this with you? And you
mm,
ask them, and if they're interested in hearing, you go into full detail. Like,
mm.
you can help people lose weight, get healthy, and make money. And it's fun. And the trips and everything. When the Punta Cana came up, I'm like, yeah, that's never going to be me. I'm never going to make it. And I had that in my head. And when you said that I, had qualified for a night free, I'm like, whoa, what? So it happens. It happens. Just continue to do what you're doing.
This is so big because I think a lot of us, we actually don't have, we call this the crucial conversation. So I want to encourage and kind of challenge everyone to review what we do. Sometimes we sit there and we think, why are people not doing anything? Whether it's the product or the business, 99.9% of the time, it's because you have not had the upfront crucial conversation and ask them, what do you want? The moment we lose sight of what they want and we only think about what we want, because what we want is we want our people to, sell and explode at everything, of course. But if we don't shift it back or you forget and you're like, I don't know exactly what it is, it's always good. And you might have to do this multiple times, by the way. It's not a one-time thing, but to remind people of their goals and everything, So let me see here. One more thing. Yeah. So, and another thing is some of you might be thinking, well, I haven't had Shauna's success yet. Guys, there's so much power in being able to borrow other people's stories. It's actually sometimes even better because they don't shoot the messenger. Like they just know. But my question to everyone is this: who here can honestly believe that anybody, if they just keep up with this, can also have a story like Shauna as well too, right? Put a me in the comments if that's the case. Like it's possible, right? That's all we need. And everybody, it's up to them to do it, right? We have no crystal ball. We're not God. But if you're like a Shauna and you're hungry and fired up, and so many of us here as well too, everyone here, we have a system, a product, a community that if you plug in, you do the do, you will be able to have those results and everything. Okay. Wow, Shauna. Any other notes on this conversion process you think are important for us to know?
I think just by listening to people is what is key and what is very important. And a lot of times people say to me, have you tried more products? And a lot of people say, I can't afford to buy all the products to try them. Well, what I did was I buy the packs. So you can buy the packs, say you want to try the Elite. What is it? 159. You can buy the drops in the Renew. You can buy the drops in the Noni. You try all the products, and then you take the drops and you sell them for 150. So how much are you paying for that Elite? 159 for that pack. You're paying $9 for that Elite.
Wow.
You're turning it around and you're selling the pack for the drops for 150. That's how you try our products if you can't afford them.
Golden nugget, guys. I love it. Perfect. Well, Shauna, so much gold. Thank you for spending your really, really valuable time, because I know Saturday is your family day. Guys, did you guys love what Shauna shared with us today? And think too, would you want your people, your prospects, your customers in front of Shauna, maybe even your partners as well, fire them back up? So remember, this Thursday, we have another opportunity to have this. So Shauna, thank you so much. You're incredible.
Welcome. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And congratulations on just everything. So,
Thank
oh
you.
my goodness, so much fun. Remember, this will be posted up into the prospect groups. But my encouragement and challenge this week, who here wants more Shaunas and Kellys in your team this week, right? Give me a wave or put a me. Yeah, like, how do you do it? We're giving an opportunity. Use everything that they taught you, of course, but we're giving you one push. I want to challenge our entire organization. This is the time we finish 1 quarter of 2025. The whole world did. Now they're going into the next season. Who here can feel that the rest of the world, this is the time when people start thinking more. They're like, what am I doing with my life? Maybe they started with some wellness goals and they're like, I don't know, I'm not on track. Maybe they want to make more money. They're like, the year's not going the way that I want. Does anyone else feel weird by the end of the first quarter like I do? Like, I'm in serious like reflection mode, right? I'm like, man, I need to like double down in my quarter 2 and I need to make it better, right? So we're in a season now in the world where people are really reopen and they're really thinking, what else am I going to do? If I don't change something, the rest of my 2025 is not going to look any different, right? There's still enough time. So that's why right now, my challenge to everyone is this Thursday. Bring 10 people onto this call at a minimum. Talk to every single prospect you've had conversation with, drive them to this. And what would I leverage? Leverage that we're going to show people how to get these drops paid for. And also we're going to give a free set of drops for those that are on the call. All right, we're going to raffle one out. So if they like to have an opportunity to be able to win a free set of drops, just come onto the call. Just listen to some incredible people. All right. So 10 people, whether it's prospects, 10 customers. This is your key time to get people converted. 10 people, maybe you have people that got a 4-pack or they got a membership. Who here is people that got a brand partner membership, but they're not sharing it? We have a lot of those people. Bring them onto this call. Bring any single person that you want to get fired up in front of Kelly, in front of Shauna. You're going to love Tim if you haven't seen or heard from him yet as well too. And leverage the opportunity that we're giving out a free set of drops as well too. I'm going to show them how this all works. All right. The 4-pack is available in Canada as well too, Joy. If you need help, talk to your mentors and coaches. They'll show you how to get that as well too. All right. So with that, I want to challenge everybody here. Who here is down to bring 10 people onto this call? Put a 10 in the comments if you're like, I'll receive that challenge. It's good to do more. Don't let your minimum be your maximum, right? The more, the better on this. We're going to flood this call. We're specifically making it a webinar, so a special call. So number one, hackers won't hack into it. But number two, it's just going to be a unique way to do this and everything. No, it's a different link. This will be in the prospect groups and everything. I'll post it shortly after this call is done. All right. Last note. I also want to give one more reminder. We have a huge promotion right now where you can level up to ultimate. All right. You can level up to ultimate. The password is champion, by the way, for that call, lowercase. Okay. If you're not yet ultimate, this is your opportunity to both go ultimate and earn a free PXP ticket for our Dallas conference so we can party it up with Shauna and everyone. But also remember, there's another opportunity that if you help 3 of your people that you personally sponsor go ultimate, you also earn an extra PXP ticket. You also are able to get extra trip credits as well too. So I want to encourage everyone, if you're not ultimate, mission, go ultimate. You can do that by leveraging these calls. If you're already ultimate, help 3 people you personally sponsored go ultimate. we have a month on the clock, and this is a major time to max out the comp plan. You're going to see big success, big titles, people hitting Punta Cana and everything. Absolutely. If you're coming with us to Dallas, Texas, September 11th, hey, put PXP in the comments below. Yeah, you definitely want to. And I know, Shauna, you're going to be 100 pounds plus down by then for sure. It's going to be a big celebration. All right, everyone. Other than that, so much goodness. Hey, have an amazing weekend. Share this with anyone, by the way, too, if you need them to watch this. Thank you once again. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye. Feel free to mute yourself.
Bye, everyone.